Thanks, Mr. Chairman. Governor Hutchinson, as the former head of DEA under President Bush, the first Undersecretary for Border and Transportation Security at DHS, and a former U.S. Attorney, your law enforcement credentials speak for themselves. Yet you have repeatedly and publicly advocated for the elimination of the sentencing disparity between crack and powder cocaine. I'm not being critical, but I think your views are really important in this discussion because you have this extensive background in law enforcement and you have a career in public service. So what led you to speak out so much and so eloquently on this issue?
Well, thank you, Senator Feinstein. And being personally aware of unfairness should call us all to speak out, just as members of this committee has. And, you know, in the 80s, when President Reagan, we started the tough side of the fight against drugs, which was our targets, you know, whenever we had our asset seizures, all of those things toughened our fight against illegal drugs. And it really wasn't until I got to Congress that, working with some of my colleagues on the Judiciary Committee, that I saw how the application of those the disparate sentencing laws impacted our community and the respect for our law. And so
are you referring to the 100-to-1 sentencing disparity?
Yes, I'm referring to the 100-to-1 sentencing disparity was unconscionable in my view. It was not based upon good science. It ought to be changed because it was unfair.
So now we're 35 years later, and do you believe that our understanding of the situation is better?
I do. We understand the science better. We understand the impact. We understand the unfairness of it. It's supported by statistics, and we also, you know, have a good sentencing grid that can address the other issues of violence associated with crime. So we do understand it better, and that should lead us to take the final step to eliminate completely that disparity.
Well, thank you very much. I think that's very powerful testimony. Thanks, Mr. Chairman.
Thanks, Senator Feinstein. Senator Cornyn?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.